Good morning, and goal is to drink this and sip on this. Gotta do some boring adult stuff this morning and open mail, and I am super hungry. I've been hungry since before bed. So, before bed I watch mukbangs, which is Korean eating shows, and I've been planning what I'm gonna eat after this video submission. Like, it's getting real, guys. The hunger is real. So yeah, that's what I've been feeling like. Cheers. Guys, for those of you who do or do not know, less than a week ago I did get an Apple Watch. So I'm going to do an update on the Apple Watch as far as the activity tracker. So here is the main screen where it shows my activity at a glance. And then let me show you guys the menu. So press this button, then you toggle, and here is the activity tracker. All this shows you is if you hit your goal or not. I put my mode into like pretty active, but not like extra active. So my goal is to burn 470 calories extra, other than the calories it takes for my body just to, you know, stay alive. So that is that at a glance. And here you want to track, you know, if you're using the Stairmaster, treadmill, outdoor walking, outdoor run, outdoor cycle, indoor run. You get what I mean. So you got to track it here. Yeah, I thought since there's an actual sensor on here that tracks your heart rate, that it could just track your calories through that. But I guess the type of activity you do also needs to be adjusted on the watch. So therefore they have like that Stairmaster workout and all that. So you have to set that up before you start on the Stairmaster, elliptical, or whatever to get an accurate gauge of calories, or else it may just track that you're not exercising, because there is an exercise ring on here. But with that said, I'm surprised there's not a weightlifting ring, but what can you do? So I'm going to show you guys everything here. So basically they split up your calories with, you got resting energy, so this is just what you burn being alive basically. You got active energy, which means this is you either walking, standing, or doing something. You got your step count, you got your distance, flights climbed, you know, you get the gist. And then, so yesterday was probably my highest active energy burn. So 712, 612 on Thursday, Wednesday, 540, 553. And I don't wear the watch while sleeping. I tried wearing it to see if the calories were going to be different, and I feel like it's about the same. And it does need to charge at one point or another because it doesn't hold like days worth of charge. So I do charge it every night. And ever since I got the watch, I feel like I'm a little bit more active, just because it keeps you aware of if you've stood for that hour or whatnot. And it's kind of like a game, kind of fun to see where you're at. So yeah, that's why I love the watch. And also, it gave me a good gauge of calories burned, and I actually have been underestimating my calories burned on like the Stairmaster. Then on the Stairmaster I've actually been overestimating the calories burned. And the calories burned on the Stairmaster isn't exactly correct. I think it's pretty close. It'd be closer if you had like the most proper form, like not hunched over the machine, not using the side rails a lot. Like with perfect form, the calories burned are pretty accurate. But when you're hunched over and stuff like that, those variables affect the calories. I tested it, so I found that when I'm standing up straight, it is accurate, but when I'm hunched over, it isn't accurate, because it's the Stairmaster is reading it as if you have perfect form. So the watch actually does adjust for that. So yeah, you guys, good to know. Guys, I made a little chart or a little graphic, and I'm going to explain this to you guys, and this is why the scale is not right at times. It's a good way to gauge overall progress, but it's not a good way to gauge your progress throughout the weeks when the scale isn't budging. Alright, so I use data from my Apple Watch, and according to the Apple Watch, and I put a low end and a high end. So this is when I hit the low end for my resting calories. So 1400 to 1450 calories. And the pink right here is my active energy. So the low end is 500, the high end is 700 when I'm the most active. Alright, so this blue line right there is my maintenance then, because you got to add your resting calories with the calories burned. So for maintenance at the low end, I need around 1900 calories. At the high end, I would need 2150 calories to maintain my weight. And the green right here is what I've been actually eating. So it's been around these calories, around 1350 for the most part, to close to 1400, but let's just say 1350. So the deficit is the gap between here and maintenance. So the deficit at the low end is 650 to 800 calories. And I already made my calculations here. So if I was constantly hitting the low end of 650 calories times 7 days per week, my deficit is 4,500-ish calories deficit. If I'm hitting the high end all the time, then my deficit is 5,600 calories. So, according to this fact, a pound of fat is about 3,500 calories. I should be dropping a little more than a pound per week. So, this is why you shouldn't always trust the scale. Use your common sense. If you are doing your nutrition 100% honestly and perfectly, and you're doing your exercise or activity as good as you can, then yeah, you just got to keep pushing through, and then hopefully that scale plateau will break. But other than that, I do definitely feel every day that I am getting leaner, so we're just gonna go by that. Alright guys, it is breakfast time. I'm gonna show you guys how I make my oatmeal now. We're gonna do 1 cup of almond milk with half a cup of water. The only reason why I use some water is it doesn't affect the taste and it saves calories. Bring our pot on high heat. We're gonna bring this to a boil. Got this at my local grocery store, the Kroger brand 1 Minute Oats. This had the best macros. And I'm gonna measure out 60 grams for 2 people. Alright, so this is at a boil, so I'm gonna add the oats. And from there, I'm just going to stir occasionally for 1 minute. Timer just went off, so we're going to turn this off. Keep the lid on. The longer you let it sit, the better. I've let it sit for like 30 to an hour, so. Measure out half a serving of fat-free mozzarella, half a serving of fat-free cheddar cheese. Alright guys, so I'm about to try to make some breakfast quesadillas. So I got flat-out bread right here. I've been using this every morning for my breakfast tacos, but today I'm going to make quesadillas. Hopefully they turn out alright. Heating up a couple of these Morningstar sausage patties as well. So I'm toasting the other side of this first, gonna get that crisp, and then I'm gonna show you the toppings. Got the fat-free cheese, gonna top this on here first. I'm going to do 3 ounces of chicken. Got this sausage patty that I'm gonna cut up, spread this around. Then I got some pico, 20 grams of homemade pico. And then we're just gonna put this on the pan. Alright guys, here is my chicken Morningstar sausage quesadilla. And I'm gonna enjoy this, and then I'll see you guys when I have my oatmeal. Guys, here's the oatmeal. So letting it sit made it soak up the liquid and nice and soft. All I did from here was add 2 packages of Splenda some cinnamon, and then a couple sprays of like the 0-calorie butter spray. So you just stir it. And guys, I've never been an oatmeal person, but lately it's been key to help me stay full. Guys, I'm hangry, very hangry. I just put some russet potatoes in the oven. And to hold me over until that's done, I made myself a quick salad. This is just romaine lettuce, 1.5 ounces of chicken breasts, and this creamy roasted garlic salad dressing. It's my favorite so far. 2.5 fat, 3 carb, 1 protein. Guys, I still got 18 minutes till this potato is done. I literally been just picking off and eating on these French cut green beans. I'm actually about to have a serving of sugar-free Jell-O because I'm hungry. Took this out of the fridge. I made this yesterday. This is sugar-free strawberry Jell-O. There's 8 servings, so I'm just gonna eyeball what a serving would be. I just cut it up into 8 pieces. Grabbed that square, so I'm gonna eat that. Very random, but here are my macros, or my final dinner, and then I have a little more left. Got some green beans that's left, 3 ounces of chicken with the Bolthouse Farms roasted garlic dressing, 1 whole egg, got 200 grams of russet potatoes, and some reduced sugar ketchup. Alright guys, so that salad was 4.8 carb, 3 fat, 10.3 protein. That dinner for that volume was 45.3 carb, 5.8 fat, 30.2 protein. So there you go. I'm trying to plan what I'm going to eat for the rest of the day. Alright, we're about to make a very macro-friendly poverty pizza. Got this flat out bread, but this is the pizza crust kind. I'm going to put it in the oven. I'm just following these directions. So, pre-baked crust, 375 for 2 minutes. I'll set my toaster oven up. Put that in there. Next, we're going to put half a serving of this, so that's 62 grams. We're going to do 2 servings of this, which is the light shredded mozzarella cheese from Trader Joe's. And 5 slices of this pepperoni, 25% less fat, and I cut them into 1/4 shapes, I guess 1/4 size. Pop this in the oven for about another 4 to 5 minutes or whenever it looks good. The cut is really getting to me when this little guy annoys me, so I gated him out, so I'm basically penned in for once, so he's not harassing me. Diet has been hitting me hard this week, even the last week, but really hard this week. Everything is annoying me, and I'm just super irritable, super hangry, and I'm like, can I get through it? But I know I can. It's a hard feeling to explain. Not only do you suffer from being really hungry at times of the day, but even when you're full at one point, then you just feel this draining feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Like, you're just super exhausted. And I guess, yeah, when you lose a lot of fat, you feel like crap at a certain point. And I feel like crap. Like, after I came back from the gym, I could barely walk to my car. Felt like like my legs felt like rocks. So I'm just getting by. Meanwhile, Reese is annoying me. Everything this little dude does, I'm just like, do you have to do that? Yeah, I'm looking at you, little one. Little non-dieter. My little bulker. Yeah, you freak. Alright guys, here is the pizza. Now, this is no gourmet pizza. It kind of tastes like pizza from your Lunchables pack, except upgraded because It's baked and the cheese is melted. And typically I only use 1 serving of cheese, but I did 2 just because I have very low fats today and have to catch up. So here is my poverty pizza. The crust kind of tastes like saltine crackers. Kind of weird, but I'm not picky. The pizza itself is 30 carb, 11.1 fat, 19.3 protons, 290 calories. And yeah, typically I don't use as much cheese, but whatever. Guys, if you don't got an air popper, get one. No oil involved, just put the kernels in here, microwave it, and you're good to go. Guys, I totally screwed that up. I spilt 1/4 of this popcorn. I'm super frustrated. But whatever. I seasoned it with this butter seasoning. And this, both 0 calories. Of course, if you spray a crap ton of that, it will add up to something. Alright guys, I got 200 grams of strawberries that I'm going to have with a little Splenda. I am not going to bed hungry tonight. Today I focus way more on volume so I can be as full as possible. Because yesterday night I was like just full, but then as the night got later and later, I actually started getting hungry where my stomach was eating itself. And that's like the suckiest thing to happen when you're dieting. You're already hungry a lot, and then to go to sleep hungry is like the worst ever. So I don't want to sleep hungry tonight. Alright guys, final dessert of the day. I got 1 more square of Jell-O, which is 1 protein, and that's gonna end the carbs, or that's gonna end the macros. I have such diet brain. Alright guys, what macros did Grace hit today? So I pretty much have been on the dot. So 161 carbs, my goal was 165. I hit 30 fat, my goal was 31 fat. My goal was 113 protein, I hit 117 protein. So everything's been good and I am extremely full. So that is a good thing because I'd rather be full than go to bed hungry. And yeah, you guys, this cut is coming to an end. Like, I am so happy. Like, I feel like crap. And I think I feel like crap mostly because kind of was cutting really slow, right, for the last 5 months-ish. And then we put the pedal to the metal the last 2 to 3 weeks, which I would not recommend unless, like, yeah, unless you're doing a show or unless you have a deadline like I do. If I were to kind of do it over again, I think I wish I would have, you know, yeah, take it slow the first 2 to 3 months, but then around the 4th month, start pushing it so that, like, right now I'm literally at level 10 of pushing it because of everything that I'm doing to drop the weight and the fat. And I know I'm dropping fat, but I'm like, I kind of wish that I would have pushed harder the last 2 months. But you know what? I have to keep looking at the glass half full and not half empty. I can't keep thinking like, oh, I wish I would have done this and this and that. I think, you know, I would never have been satisfied. So I came a long way for what I was trying to do, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with what I accomplished. So I accept the results that I've gotten, and you know, right now is the home run, so we're almost done. And yeah, you guys, this cut is finally coming to an end soon. I look good, but I feel like crap most of the day. Like, I have diet brain. Like, I almost threw away like, they gave these little towels at the gym. I almost threw one in the garbage, and I was wondering why it wasn't going in. Like, you know, like, you throw the wipes that you wipe down the machines with in the garbage. I almost threw an actual towel away in the garbage at the gym. But I stopped myself because I just realized that it was an actual towel that I was trying to throw in the garbage. And I just do things that I'm, like, not even thinking. Like, because I feel like it's kind of like you're drunk, but you're not drunk. Like, you can't think clearly. So that's happening right now. And yeah, you guys, we are at the home run, and this is almost over. So I just got to keep pushing and keep thinking about the positives. And update, I burned 639 calories of active calories so far today, and I realized that I hadn't been tracking my workouts, and you actually can track strength training on here. I haven't, so my maintenance is actually higher than I thought, at least by 200 to 300 calories, because I do strength train. And it's also not taking into account the afterburn, because they say, you know, when you do strength training, while the cardio burns the most calories in that short amount of time, like the burn of, you know, breaking down your muscle fibers and lifting weights actually burns more calories throughout the whole like 24 hours of the day than just cardio itself. So probably my maintenance is probably higher than I calculated earlier today. But yeah, gonna finish this, then head to bed. Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? Why does my reflection show